What's happening, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex and Josh with you today, bringing you Phase 3 of our LEGO rebuild process. Now, I'm not going to show you the rebuild because it's on the other side of the city, because there's some things that we wanted to let you guys know before we do the reveal. So Phase 3, what it is, it's the beginning of the rebuild, right? It's really when you have to get the creative juices flowing. And we had fantastic ideas from you guys in our previous two Phase 1 and Phase 2 videos. Fantastic ideas. Thank you very much for your suggestions. All great ideas and varying ideas all over the place with their ideas, weren't they, Josh? Mm-hmm. Some great, some were pretty grand, but we did know that we had to do something big, something different. Like, for example, this area right here, when Josh and I were rebuilding the downtown area, not the downtown area, but from the waterfall all the way down to the end there where Jimmy is. The big change here was elevating this area right here, the residential area, which resulted in a legitimate need for that city bridge right there. So it all came together really, really well. And as you can see, the result speaks for itself. It's pretty cool. So we thought we got to do something cool like that on the other side, right, Josh? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So there's Josh, and he's on the platform that the airport is on, or was on. Now if I back up, Josh hasn't shrunk, actually. The table has just gotten taller itself. So this is the big change that we decided to go with, and that was to raise this platform another 7 inches, actually. So this is now 14 inches higher than the table here, and we have a third tier as far as levels go in our city. That also meant that we had to pull it out a little bit from the downtown area. And this morning I was working on this piece of wood here to be a ramp, basically, because I didn't want to just have a bridge. I thought that would look kind of ugly. So I went with a whole, this is a hill going up to this higher level, and we'll still have the road right there going up. And so there's a lot of terraforming that we'll do along this. We'll get some felt on it, obviously, but it is 20 inches. And that will have two base plates that should fit there from the bottom to the top. So that'll fit nicely, and we'll get that all polished up eventually. So that's the idea there. And I'll show you some other stuff where Josh is here in just a moment. But let me go ahead and back up a little bit here so we can see this. Now, obviously, it's going to be quite sheer on the edges, right? And I do plan on covering this up, because the idea is that, well, you can see all the train track underneath here, that's going to be the train yard. So the train yard is going to be an underground train yard, is what we're going for here. And so there's going to be a wall of felt right here. And yeah, I wish it would be Lego, but I don't have that much Lego, unfortunately, to make that all a nice cliff face. And it will be sheer, very sheer, I get that. And maybe that won't look so good, but I kind of think of it as the White Cliffs of Dover. That's kind of what I'm going for here. That's the feel, right? So think of it that way, except that there's, roads and things below it. So this is where the cliff face is going to be, right here, to cover that up. So this line right here is going to be on the inside. You'll notice that here's the main line coming down. So the main line will be on the exterior here, running along this road. And remember, nothing's permanent here, guys. This is going to be permanent. I'm not going to play around with that. That's just my challenge now. I've done that. Now my challenge is to build around that and make the city look good based on this decision that we've made, right? We're going to stick with it. So the train station is going to be along here. I don't know how big it's going to be, how crazy it's going to be, but you can see my first thoughts of getting the roads together through here to make this all come together all the way around. The airport sitting over here in pieces. I don't know, now that this is a lot higher, we'll probably keep the airport up there. It's a slightly different configuration, I think, but it just makes sense to have the airport on the highest part of the city. And also, let me run over there and I'll show you what's going on that side. So on this side, we added a switch track right here, and we have this offshoot going over here. Let me turn around here. There's not a lot of space here. Excuse me, Josh. So this is going right into the hill, and so I'm going to cut out a hole right here, a tunnel, for this train or this track to go through, and that's going to slowly descend until it is level with the track down here and connect to the main line on the bottom. So that is my plan, to connect the top and bottom train track loops. So hopefully that works out. We shall see. But also, since I'm over here, I wanted to kind of create a way for me to still access underneath it. So I'm going to put hinges on this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, or if it's going to be permanent, but that way when I come over here, I can actually lift it up. And I'm on the wrong side here. lift it up and work on my trains or whatever the case might be on this side. So that's the plan right now, guys. Will it work that way? I don't know. That's what I want to have work, but we shall see. But yeah, there's this is going to be, we created a lot of work for ourselves, didn't we, Josh? So this will take some time, but you know what? That's fine. I'm excited about this change. Oh, also, the airport shuttle train track. So as that comes down here, I'm going to probably keep it where it's at, depending on where the airport ends up. But that will just come straight through and just turn. And it's not going to be level with it. Let me go down a little bit here. It's kind of in the middle, higher middle of this hill. So I'm going to have to figure out how I make it go up a little bit higher. I don't know how many bricks higher that is. I'll have to measure that out and figure out if I can just put another hill on it. That actually comes with the train track. I got tons of those in a bag over there. Or if I can just kind of slowly have it increase in height brick by brick. Sort of what I'm trying to do down here with the that line. So this is going to be, this 2x4 will have to move because the train track from there, this is where the tunnel is going to be, right here. We'll just slowly go down this way. Man, I'm against the wall here. And then eventually when it lands, hopefully probably close. I don't want it to be a super steep hill, so I'll have it go as far as it can. Then I'll have it connect with the track here. So yeah, you can see that the LED strings are all pulled out. I had to take these off because we were moving this this ginormous 4 foot by 8 foot piece of plywood. Oh, goodness. All right. So yeah, Josh and I are just trying to put all the train track together and get a good idea of where the trains are going to go. And then we'll figure out the train station, get this beast back up there as well. So yeah, that's phase 3, you guys, making the decision and just going with it. So hopefully this turns out well, and it's ugly right now at first, guys. I don't know. It's a little bit risky because it might end up looking horrible in the end. But we're going to do our best with it. So stick with us. Keep the suggestions coming. We love it very much. And thanks for your support for the channel as always, guys. And Josh and I will be back very soon with more updates on the rebuild. Right, Josh?
Yep.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.